His morning message is always great. He's got the best news website anywhere, BillO'Reilly.com. Great TV, no spin. Guy's got great interviews and just great columns, great conversations. Brilliant author, too, 13 in the Killing series. He's got the book on presidents, which is amazing. Confronting Evil, his newest book, but he's got a brand new book coming out this September. Very excited about that. Does a great job on News Nation every week with Chris Cuomo. And now he's got his own amazing podcast. He's got great guests. Great guests. Do it live with Bill O'Reilly. This guy does it all, and I do believe he is the best of all time. And I do want to ask him about Anthony Fauci, but I will give you the choice, Bill O'Reilly. Would you rather plead the fifth?
I would, because he's a weasel.
Yeah. No other way to put it, right?
And, he's the kind of guy, you're in Brooklyn, and my father was born in Brooklyn. I was raised in Levittown. We slap these guys around.
That's right.
I'm sorry.
That's right.
Right?
Yes.
When we were kids?
Yeah.
This guy, I don't know if he'd get out of the stickball game.
You could add somebody else to that, too. You could add he'd be slapped around this Fauci creep, and so would Mamdani. Mamdani wouldn't last a day in Brooklyn.
Well, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
I mean, Fauci, just on demeanor.
Yeah.
Just on, he's such a weasel.
Right.
You could just see him sitting there, oh, boy, I'm getting famous. I don't really care what I'm seeing, and I don't really care whether it's accurate or not, which it wasn't. I'm getting famous. I'm on CNN tonight.
Yeah.
You just see it, you know. And
but what about you say it's true? But what about yesterday? Because people were saying to me that even yesterday, when for the most part, outside of Peters and Blumenthal, for the most part, he was getting clobbered, humiliated, that he even enjoyed that because he was a center of attention. What are your thoughts on that?
I think he knows he's going to die soon, so it doesn't matter.
Really?
Sorry, I mean, look. He had his run, right?
Yeah.
And now he goes, it's over. I can't come back from this. Anybody would know that. So I'll play it out. I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to, be dragged in a courtroom. My lawyers told me to do this because they don't want to open up the fifth, and I'll do it. But, when you know someone, and you do, we all know some people, they're narcissistic. So even though they do bad things on a regular basis, they never acknowledge it, ever, in their own mind. And I'm sure that's where his place is. Oh, I just did what I was told, or I really thought that, the Wuhan lab didn't do it, or whatever it may be. But he's not going to go home and weep that maybe people died that shouldn't have died. Children were denied school. He misled the world on where the origin of COVID came from. He's not going to go home and go, oh, no. He's just going to go home and go, it's not my fault.
Right.
Somebody else did it.
Right. And he's going to take the phone call from Barbara Streisand and Mila Kunis and all these people are going to go, let me tell you something. The way they treated you yesterday was disgusting. You're still a hero as far as I'm concerned. And he's going to, right?
Some of that.
Yeah.
But not a lot of that. That crew, this is what I've noticed over the years. That crew, that progressive crew, once you start to embarrass them or once you get into a position where they are not morally justifiable in sticking up for you, they're gone. They're gone.
They just run, huh?
I mean, right. They're not Joan of Arc. I mean, they're not standing up to the fire.
Right.
Okay? They'll turn on you very, very quickly. So you're not going to see Anthony Fauci on whatever channel loved Anthony Fauci. CNN was a big player in all
huge,
this.
Yeah.
And they covered for him this week. There's Abby
Phillips. Yeah.
Oh, we're not going to talk about Anthony Fauci. If I were on that panel with Abby, I would have said to her, and I would have done it, why aren't we going to talk about Anthony Fauci? You stuck up for him for 2 years.
Isn't Scott Jennings on that panel? He would say that.
No, he wasn't there.
He wasn't there?
They were doing some kind of other It was Lydia Moynihan.
Oh, give me a break. I know who she is. Yeah, give me a break. Yeah. See, but here's the thing.
Doing some other kind of thing. And,
forget about Abby Phillips, the former CNN host, who you're on the air with every week, and you brought relevance to. Congratulations. I know I kill him every week, but I'm sorry. Chris Cuomo would probably still defend him, would he not?
No, I wouldn't.
Really?
No.
Okay,
no.
good.
See, Cuomo,
good.
You got Cuomo a little bit wrong.
I do, okay.
All right. So he's a true believer in liberal causes, in Democrat. But he's not irrational. He doesn't go in and say, look, I want to deceive, because I would call him out on that if he did. He doesn't do that. So I would be shocked if Cuomo used his program to try to justify Anthony Fauci.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I don't think he would do it.
Well, he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do it
wrong, but I'll bet you.
Yeah, I think you're wrong. He wouldn't do it with you because you feel differently. He would do it with some other guests, the other 9,000 guests he brings on that are on his level of thinking.
I don't think so. He's smarter than that.
Well, bring it up. When are you on with him again?
Well, I don't even know. I was on with Katie Pavlik last night. I'll be on with her again.
I like her a lot. I've done her show a couple of times, too, at 10 o'clock. She's very good.
News Nation is coming up in the ratings, and they're kind of using me as a utility person.
As they should.
To jack up numbers when they need them. But I like doing Cuomo's show because it's the best debate show on television right now. But just see how I want to be everybody, including Cuomo. If he does it, then I'll come back on Sid and Friends, and I'll say you were right and I was wrong, and that will pain me. That will cause me angst to do that.
That's funny. I don't know. Maybe you're right. And I know he's very pro-Israel. I like that about Chris. I do. But I saw this guy way too many times defend Biden, take the pressure off Biden, not because he thought he was physically inept. He just defended the guy at every turn. It was moronic. It was stupid. So I can't tell you that I think this guy is rational when it comes to a lot of these subjects because he's still dug in as a Democrat. He's dug in.
He's a Democrat. If your father were named Mario Cuomo, you'd be a Democrat too. Come on. I mean,
but I was a Democrat. But I realized.
But what I'm trying to tell you is, he's indoctrinated into that world. But at times he'll go out of the world, and there are pundits who will never go out of the world. When was
the last time you were on with him, and he had something nice to say about President Trump? Anything?
We did I don't know the last time, but we did a phoner with Trump. And I know that Cuomo does talk with Trump occasionally, and Trump takes his call.
Andrew or Chris?
So he's not disrespectful. He just believes in the Democratic way. He believes it. He's not a Mamdani supporter, Chris Cuomo. I mean, obviously his brother ran against him, but he's not happy about Mamdani. He's not. So you got to look at the full canvas here when you're analyzing people. Now, I'm much more angry, I think that's a good word, about a CNN.
Yeah.
Which used the entire network, all the power it had worldwide. Remember, these people are on all over the world. Okay? They bought up all of the cable systems to get that network on, and you're in Korea, there's Wolf Blitzers. Frightens me to death, but he's there. They threw their whole weight behind Fauci.
Yeah, I know. Terrible.
And if you step back and you look at the damage done, it dwarfs any one or two people who were misguided or whatever they did when they threw in with Fauci. And when you use that kind of power to drive something that turns out to be false, and then you have no apology, you don't hear CNN going, "Oh, well, we're really sorry, we didn't know," or "Are you here?" Abby Phillip go, "We're not going to talk about him." Oh, I wish I were on that panel. I'd never be on that panel. I'd never put me on, ever in a million years. But I would have got, why not, lady? For 2 years, you're pounding how brilliant the man was, and now you don't want to talk about him?
Nope. And all MSN Now is doing this morning, just so you know, MS Now, that nonsense. All they're talking about is how Todd Blanche should never be confirmed. They're upset that Jay Clayton got confirmed yesterday. DNI replaces Tulsi Gabbard. But now they're all over Todd Blanche, Joe and Mika, and now this Stephanie Rule. That's all they care about. If President Trump wants somebody to work in the administration, they don't want him. Right? They should be talking about how Fauci lied and then, of course, took the fifth 111 times. None of that. No.
I'm going to give you a little inside baseball. I never watched that network. It's like Mad Magazine. All right? Joe Scarborough will be on a cover with the tooth missing. Okay? To me, that's what it is. It's Mad Magazine. Why am I going to devote anything? And to my staff, my dictum is they are out of the loop when you are investigating anything. They don't even bother looking at what they say.
Agreed.
Because this is a purely propaganda situation. 100%. Usually you got a little dash of something in there once in a while.
Yeah.
You get somebody.
Well, no. Like I hate to say it, but CNN, Scott Jennings lately, Liz Pipko, they've started to sprinkle in like Fox does with the other side, with people like Harold Ford. But with CNN, it's 100%. We hate Trump. That's it. Not CNN. Okay. MS Now. MS Now. MS Now. Sorry.
Scott Jennings made a name for himself being on that network.
Right.
And so it's not like MS.
No.
Where they just won't. And I talked to a very big guy over there. I'm not going to give you his name because I kind of like the guy. And he was, we had a frank conversation. And he just admitted that look, these people want to make money. That's all they want to do. They know what their audience is. Hard left. No in the middle left. No, none of that. Hard left. And they are not going to go out of that profile. Everything is going to be reported from a hard left point of view. And that's what's happening. So if you want to waste your time over there, good. It's America. You can waste your time any way you want. Just keep it legal.
Yep.
So I wanted to also talk about, just briefly, because I know you're up against the gun, you got to bring in Travis. I like being on Travis's show. I do a show once in a while.
You do?
These guys are pretty smart. But they're very confirmed right-wingers as well. I mean, they don't go out. Fox doesn't go out too much into the area of, this is the key to the Fifth Amendment. Okay? And this is important, and everybody should be listening up right now. Trump's going to need this.
Why?
He's going to need the Fifth Amendment.
Why?
Because when he gets out of there, they're going to come after everybody who even knows Trump. You and I are going to be indicted for something. I don't know.
No, we may not be indicted, but I'm serious. I've had people tell me the last couple of weeks, don't be surprised if you're subpoenaed.
Yeah. Look, if the progressives ever take over or get a majority in the House and Senate, then Trump is going to pardon a whole bunch of people in his last few weeks in office. There's going to be a laundry list, and starting with his family, and he should. He should. Okay? If you start to break down that presidential privilege by saying, no, the states can override it, which they can't constitutionally. The federal government always trumps state. So if they try it, they'll lose. But Donald Trump's going to need the pardon of the power of the pardon. He's going to need it to keep people that have helped him and his own family safe from millions of dollars in legal fees. People don't understand it. Once you're indicted or once you go in, you got to have $1 million to hire Tacopina or whoever to come save you. And so you can't just be blowing the filibuster out of there, blowing the pardon out of there. You can't do it because it'll come back to hurt you.
Right. And don't forget, you say indicted. This poor bastard was indicted 4 times. I mean, Dillinger, Gotti, the worst people. And I happen to like John Gotti, but I mean, some of the biggest criminals in history weren't indicted as much as President Trump.
But that helped Trump.
It did in the
That's
end,
how
yes.
Bizarre
yes.
Our country is right now. The worst that the impeachment, and that was just so foolish. I can't believe it. All right. I mean, you mentioned I wrote confronting the president. So I know every president. I know what they went through. I know it was out to get them, and I know what happened. There's nothing even comes close to impeaching somebody because he's on the phone with the leader of Ukraine going, hey, we think there's some illegality here. Look into it, please.
By the way,
it involves Ukraine and a Ukrainian company.
Even after, by the way, the sitting president, Biden, admitted to it on videotape. Even after that, he made that phone call, making it even more ridiculous. And by the way, if we do lose the House, I say we, me, not you, in November, here come more impeachments. More to write about, Bill.
Now, I don't know whether you noticed this or not, but you did mention kindly, as you do every week, about my long form called We'll Do It Now. And the reason we call it We'll Do It Now is when I was 11 years old, I cursed on television and somebody taped it.
Right.
Okay, and then they sold it.
Yeah.
They sold the tape. And it got out there in social media, and it made me look like an idiot, which, okay, that's just the way it is. So I'll Do It Now has become an enormous success. I cut 2 weeks ago, maybe 10 days ago, a 40-minute analysis of Howard Stern.
I saw it. It was great. I watched it. It was great.
Thank you.
It was great. And you talk about seeing him at Boston University, which he still denies to this day, but you did a very good job of setting up just how you knew this guy.
Well, I got him on tape admitting that he and I were classmates because he came on The Factor.
Correct.
But he's kind of getting up there. But I didn't hatchet him. I didn't go in and eviscerate him.
No, you didn't.
I told the audience why his operation was disintegrating. And that, the viewership for that was crazy.
It was great. I'm not surprised.
Today, we're dropping Dr. Oz.
Love him.
We have Oz.
Yep.
Okay?
It's great.
You've never seen him like this, ever. And this one, I challenge you because I challenge everybody. But this one's about you and your health and why the government doesn't help you enough to throw off your maladies and live longer. It's fascinating. Okay? And Oz, I think, enjoyed the joust.
Sure.
Because we got into why. I'll just throw one example. You buy cigarettes, what do you got on the label? Caution, cigarette smoking can be damaging to your health, right? Okay. Why on Oreos don't you have a label that says caution, sugar can give you diabetes?
It should say that. And I think Bobby Kennedy would want that. And Dr. Oz.
Well, Bobby Kennedy doesn't eat Oreos because they're not wild animals. But there's no label.
Nope.
And there's never been a suggestion of a label that all this trash food. I have a 7-Eleven right around the corner from me. There's nothing I can eat there.
Nothing.
Nothing in the whole store.
Nope. Beef jerky. What about beef jerky, Bill?
I go to the Pakistani guy behind the counter. Do you have anything that's not going to hurt me? In the whole store. You know what he gave me?
What?
Firewood. Okay?
Oh, God.
I mean, line after line after line. It's all junk. It's all unbelievable.
Yeah.
Why don't you put a picture of a dead kid on the product?
Yeah, you should.
Right?
Yeah.
Or a cemetery.
Yeah.
Just and those are the questions. You know, you want to make America healthy again? Good. good. That's a noble, noble thing. But you got to get out there and spread the militant word. And cigarette smoking has disintegrated in America.
It's basically gone. Yeah, that industry is dead.
If you go to Greece, I mean, these people are they got 5 cigarettes, 2 in their ears,
all over,
1 in their nose.
Yeah, all over Europe and the Middle East too.
It's crazy.
I know. Israel too. They smoke.
It's crazy.
I know.
And then we find out this week that more people, Americans, use pot every day.
Yeah.
Than smoke cigarettes.
I know. Yeah.
So now we have an inebriation problem all over the place. I don't know if you noticed, but there's some of the delivery guys that come to my house.
Oh, that's terrible. Notice it.
How did you get here? You know where you are?
I can't walk down.
Any idea what state
I
you're
know.
in?
I can't walk down a city street without getting high every day. I don't even smoke weed, but I just have to walk down the street in New York City. I get a high. It's terrible.
The tragedy is if you plant yourself, and I did this physically, outside of middle school in New York City, those kids are loading up before they go in. And you're talking 12, 13 years old.
It's terrible. It's terrible. I know. No,
right.
that'll be great. I had Oz in studio here 2 weeks ago, but nobody does it like you. I'll admit that. So I'm going to watch that. It's dropping today, you said? Today at noon?
Sorry, we drop it at noon for premium members on BillO'Reilly.com, and then I think it rolls out at 6 for the whole world to see it. But it is worth watching.
I'm sure it is. You're both great, especially you, Bill. You're the best ever. And this was another amazing appearance this morning. Bill O'Reilly, I love you. Thank you so much.
All right, let's try to isolate Fauci, you and me. We'll throw a little thing over his head. We won't hurt him. We'll just mock him.
Right.
We'll just make fun of him.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll meet you in Manhasset later on today. We'll take care of that, okay?
All right.
See you, buddy. Oh, come on. You're the best ever. Bill O'Reilly right there. Another amazing Thursday appearance on Sid and Friends.
Thanks for listening to Sid and Friends in the Morning. You can hear Sid and Friends in the Morning weekday mornings at 6. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends and listen anytime at WABCRadio.com and download the WABC Radio app. Hit that subscribe button on all major podcast platforms. Plus, follow WABC on social on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. See you next time for a new episode so you never have to wonder.
What the heck is going on here?